Well, joining us now to discuss is Republican Congressman from Tennessee, Tim Burchett. Tim, thank you so much for joining us, Congressman. What do you make of this display? I mean, I don't know where to begin. You've got a member of Congress palling around with the unabashed anti-Semite in the halls of Congress, effectively, in the Hart building. At some point, we have to start asking people hard questions. The company you keep, perhaps indicative of the views that you hold yourself.
Well, Joyce is a friend of mine. She shares the same name as my mom and my sister. But clearly, if you see in the interviews with her, she said at the beginning that she had hoped that she would get arrested. It's political theater. You've got 20 folks up there. I'm sure they're well-intentioned, but they're misdirected at best. Nobody's being denied the right to vote in Texas. And it's just I think it's just political theater being played up for the cameras. And thank goodness there's not enough there to matter. I mean, there wasn't enough folks there to pay the light bill, as my daddy used to say. So I don't put much faith into it. And two, we have Republican congressmen that aren't allowed in the Black Caucus. So where is that? Where's the legitimacy of the group there? There isn't any. Absolutely. And it's just it's political theater being played for the cameras.
I mean, again, it's really shocking here. Now, following her arrest, the Congresswoman tweeted, "You can arrest me, you can't stop me, you can't silence me." Obviously, I know you are colleagues, but on some point you've already said, look, this was a political stunt in many ways, because the groups that they claim to be protesting for, whether it's seniors they think are going to be adversely impacted by these voter ID laws, minorities that will be adversely impacted by these voter ID laws, people in rural America who the vice president said apparently are too incompetent to find a copy machine will be impacted. You know, at some point we have to look at the data. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. The data shows that the very groups they say will be hurt in the states where voter ID laws already in place are voting more now than ever before, and people can't actually show us these people they claim are being turned away at the door in droves, unable to exercise their constitutional right to vote.
You're exactly right. You know, you got to show an ID if you fly, if you buy a gun, or if you buy a bottle of liquor. If you're going to a movie theater, you have to show an ID everywhere. And to say that that's some sort of racial bias is ridiculous. To me, it proves the exact opposite, that there's racial bias in the people that are formulating these rules and thinking that folks, just like Kamala Harris talking about rural America can't get to a copying machine to make a, you know, that's the most ridiculous thing. That is so out of touch. It's so Beltway swamp initiative. The average citizen just rolls their eyes. They don't have time for this nonsense. You know why? Because they're too busy working, providing for this economy. They're not out making a fight where there isn't one. And this is just a continuation of that political theater, as I stated.
Absolutely, Congressman Tim Burchett. We appreciate you joining us. As I try to remind people, we're not voting 5 days a week. We're voting 1, 2, possibly 3 times a year. I think Americans can formulate a plan to get the things they need to make it to the polls and let their voice be heard. Congressman, we appreciate you. Talk to you soon.
Hey, always. Thank you for having me on.